Lisa Nicholson says, whatever, it was a quote from the Bible about me. But I am pretty much a Jesus also. But I've had no park bench. I've had a roof over my head every night of my life, if you consider a tin box also a roof. It is enclosed and everything. I'll take it. Chocolate and coffee help with breathing. And tobacco is kind of the cure for breathing problems. I guess the United States government let loose a lot of microfiber plastics with bacteria on them, and they attack people's lungs. Now, Satanists were forced to quit smoking to put pressure on me to quit smoking. So I guess they've been breathing microfiber plastics with bacteria on them. Tobacco helps kill those bacteria with the heat and whatever. And God says He's remaking our lungs so that tobacco in no way hurts us. John Travolta says he was in a movie about being against tobacco, going to court against tobacco and stuff, high-powered lawyer or something. He says nobody liked him after that. Well, he didn't say it, God said it. God says, I'm much less harsh in my judgments of actors than regular people. Regular children of God. Natalie Craw may be Samantha, a former white supremacist with red hair and blue eyes. She's on Meet the Press. It's a clip. Meet the Press is on Sundays, but there's a Meet the Press daily on NBC too. Chuck Todd also hosts that. God says Chuck Todd has a lot of eternities to live. Meghan Markle says she knows Demi Moore. Anthony Hopkins says he resents that one of my screen names on AOL was Raindo, Raiyndo, and my description was crying deer. Anthony Hopkins says he really resents that. Anthony Hopkins says he's now beginning to see that the children of God show signs of being the children of God. And that Satan is torturing enough infants, children, and juveniles to be spiritually beautiful, or at least to appear spiritually beautiful. I say you can tell a Satanist by their unhealthy relationships. If someone is toxic, they're a Satanist. Children of God are not toxic. Anthony Hopkins says if he had the money, he would have bought AOL. But he doesn't make that much. He's not like Julia Roberts. He doesn't make 15 to 17 million a picture. And they pay less in the UK anyway. Anthony Hopkins says Satanists film in the UK to save money on their actors, and then they premiere the movies in the United States. Anthony Hopkins says the only way to guarantee you won't get screwed by anyone in life is to be a Satanist. James Caan ass rapes males. Somehow that makes him very high status. I don't think he's made a movie in like 25 years. Maybe he's like Shirley MacLaine, he's an online pay to see me because I'm famous. But they probably don't get many subscriptions.
What about this one? I saw you posted just recently this year. You were posting about Valentine's Day stickers, and you showed 1488.
Oh, God forbid.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You don't know what 1488 means?
No.
All that time and in the Klan and reading these white supremacists, 1488 means nothing to you?
Hey,
Is it a coincidence that it's a white supremacist?
it must be.
He knows exactly what it means.
Jonathan Greenblatt is an extremism expert with the Anti-Defamation League.
The number 14 refers to what they describe as the 14 words, which is kind of a white supremacist maxim. And 88 refers to the letter H, right? It's the eighth letter of the alphabet. And HH means Heil Hitler.
Doles is no longer a member of the Klan, so is it fair to still label him a white supremacist or an extremist?
ADL's been tracking Doles and other white supremacists for years. And this is something that they do, Morgan. So white supremacists often use this ethos of, quote, plausible deniability. With a wink and a nod, will signal to white supremacists, but look at, let's say, the mainstream media and say, but I'm not one of them anymore.
It's a denial and a movement that leads some to take matters into their own hands. This is the NFAC, an all-black militia with a mission to defend the black community by any means necessary.
So this is training for one of the new chapters.
Yes. Appearing by the hundreds in protests from Stone Mountain, Georgia to Louisville, Kentucky, they demand justice for police killings of unarmed black citizens and counter what they believe is the threat of right-wing militias. It's a movement started in 2017 by this man, former musician and Army veteran John Grandmaster J. Johnson.
Is the movement growing?
By leaps and bounds.
We met with him outside of Cincinnati, where he says another new chapter is now in the works.
The NFAC stands for the Not Effing Around Coalition.
What's behind the name?
The NFAC was born out of the last 4 years under the Trump administration. The deterioration of racial relations in this country. It means that you're preparing yourself to defend yourselves by any means necessary.
Is violence an option to meet your goals?
The United States was built on violence being an option. Violence should be the last option.
Extremism experts say the group is distinct from far-right militias, with a record of coordinating with police and avoiding violence.
When you talk about January 6th, and we saw those rioters storm the Capitol, what do you say to critics who say you're no different from them? They're extremists, you're extremists.
Show me where we have done those things. They killed people. They disrespected the government to the point where they have invaded its sacred halls. Show me where we've done those things, because we have done none of them.
We were allowed rare access to a training site of a chapter at a secret location in rural Georgia.
We are now driving to the NFAC training facility.
We spoke to one member who only gave us a code name, Shy, to protect her anonymity.
Why did you decide to join this movement?
It's for the cause. Black people, we need to learn how to defend ourselves. This is definitely the way to do it.
Do you all, have normal jobs? You work in all different sectors?
Absolutely. We're business owners, we're doctors, lawyers, we're your everyday person, anywhere from Walmart to the corporate sector.
What are you all training for?
We're training for self-defense.
We have all these different groups, those who are far-right extremists, those who are combating the far-right extremists, and then people who are trying to help de-radicalize young people online. How does this country begin to solve this problem?
There is no silver bullet that will solve the problem of extremism. We actually need not just the full force of government, we need a whole of society strategy if we hope to tackle this.
Tackle a problem that may only keep getting worse.
And some of us will stand to the end. It's defending American values and family values. I think the enthusiasm that was so overwhelming on January 6th is because people see it as our last. This is it. Trump's going. We're done.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
What do you think those rioters thought they were doing?
I think they all thought that they were revolutionaries, that they were going to bring justice and the truth out to the country. That feels like I felt that too.
You thought you were the last stand of
Western civilization.
A civilization that several agree will leave them behind.
I've studied these matters, and I have concluded that John Ramsey is a bad guy, and Scott Peterson is a bad guy. And because I admitted that, Lisa Nicholson confessed that she is present at all the Christmas Eve sacrifices.